we keep our friends and family from going absolutely insane when we decide it's time to downsize. Sally, you are experiencing someone in your family who is downsizing right now. What are we learning?
We're learning a lot. And it's interesting because we go through this with our clients all the time, but being, kind of a firsthand situation, this isn't my first rodeo with this either, but every time I go through this with a family member, I'm reminded of how difficult this is. And so we have come up with 4 steps. Oh shoot, we came up with 5 steps.
5
steps to help people make this a more realistic and more enjoyable process.
Right. So step 1, the very first thing you should do, you know what you have in your house, and we all think that our stuff is great. But what we need to do is ask our family and friends what they want of our stuff that we are thinking of getting rid of, downsizing. Because what we think they might want, obviously they may not. So really important, get them involved.
That's right. So step 2 kind of goes along with that. I'll just say a little bit more about step 2. You may be surprised that people don't want that much, especially the younger generation. Their lifestyle is completely different than the boomer generation or my generation. They don't have the same aesthetic. They don't have the same lifestyle. And so if you think you're going to pass off your Hummel figures, that they're going to think that's a really great thing, you may be surprised that. So again, ask ahead of time. So number 2 is after you've done that and you have valuables that are left over, make sure you have them appraised. So find someone in your area. We can help you find someone in your area that can take a look at your furniture, your jewelry, your china, or whatever it is, and have it appraised. And the reason I think this is really important is because the market has, this is kind of sad news, but the market has dropped out on so many things that we thought were collectible in the past. For example, I brought in some pocket watches that had been collected. They have very little value because the pocket watch collectors and the watch collectors, the value was in the hunt. It was because it was hard to find, they were rare, but now with eBay and the internet, you can just click on and find whatever it is you're looking for. So that's happened to a lot of collectibles, a lot of furniture. Some of the jewelry you might think is, heirloom jewelry might not be what you think it is. So just make sure you understand the value of the valuables that you have so that you can make decisions accordingly. Okay, and so what's step 3?
That was a great point, Sally. Number 3 is it's never too early to start. Start now. You may think, I'm going to downsize in 5 years from now. I don't need to start until, a month before or even that year. But no, start now. You have more stuff than you think you do. Trust me. I used to move every 2 years and it was amazing the amount of stuff. And I don't think that I'm a big purchaser. So start now. The other thing is don't store stuff out of sight, because out of sight is out of mind. And when you put stuff in a box and put it up on a shelf, you're never going to look at that again, right? So if you're putting it away into storage, before you do that, go through your list of, does somebody else want this? What am I keeping it for? Don't just store it away. And now's a good time to start.
Exactly. So that leads me to number 4 on our list. So you've heard this one before, I'm sure. If it doesn't spark joy, I hope we don't get into trouble saying that. We don't get sued by Marie Kondo for saying that. But she didn't make $1 zillion for nothing, for having a bad idea, right? It's really important because this is how the younger generations are living. If they don't need it, if they don't use it every day, if it doesn't bring joy to them, if they don't wear it, they don't want it in their homes. So that's something we should all live by. If it's not something that brings you daily joy, maybe it's something that you can let go of, and let go of now rather than at the last minute when you're scrambling to move, right?
Yeah.
So that's number 4.
And finally, number 5, it's never too early to get your realtor involved. Your realtor, we have recommendations for places that you can donate things. We can also hook you up with appraisers. We can help you overall with the steps that you can take and to help you minimize and get ready. A lot of times it's hard to picture yourself going from a larger home to a smaller home. And we can help you with that because we help people all the time do this exact thing.
Really good point, Deanna. And so hopefully that's helpful information. It was nice to see you, Deanna.
Nice to see you too, Sally.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions, our contact information is below. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. Till next time.